Tonight on Action News Now, we take you to the Hispanic Heritage Festival in Redding. Plus, Utah officials have placed the suspected shooter of Charlie Kirk under special watch now. But first, a person has died inside the Shasta County jail.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
New tonight, the Shasta County Sheriff's Office says an inmate was found dead in his cell today. The Sheriff's Office says during a routine welfare check, deputies discovered an inmate unresponsive in his cell. They initiated life-saving measures on the inmate along with medical staff, but were unable to revive him. The Sheriff's Office and Major Crimes Unit has launched an investigation along with the Redding Police Department Detective Division. The agency will not be releasing the name of the inmate until family is notified. Also new tonight, the Shasta County Interagency Task Force, or CINTIF, arrested a Honduras man during a traffic stop for illegally transporting money. On Saturday, CHP stopped Freddy Giselle Vasquez Fuentes on Interstate 5, who was traveling from Washington to San Francisco. Officers say Vasquez Fuentes struggled to answer their questions about his trip, so a canine unit was brought in. The canine detected an unknown drug, but when searching the car, officers discovered various amounts of money in different areas of the car. Fuentes still gave conflicting answers when he was questioned by CINTIF, and he was booked into the Shasta County Jail for traveling with illegal funds. Hispanic heritage was front and center in downtown Redding this weekend in Whistle Stop Park. Action News Now reporter Jesse Angelo shows us how the community came together to celebrate.
The sounds of live music and the smells of authentic food filled Whistle Stop Park in downtown Redding on Sunday for the annual Hispanic Heritage Festival. Organizers say the festival is all about honoring heritage while bringing the community together.
From the music to the food to the art, the event showcases all of the things that make Hispanic culture so important to Northern California.
I think that the Hispanic Latino community contributes a lot. And this is a way to show that, we're here and that we want to just enjoy the North State just like everybody else does.
Community leaders say this celebration is about more than just music and food. It's about connections that strengthen downtown.
This is something that we should be celebrating, the Hispanic American business community, and there's ways to do this. And what's so special is that we're seeing so many families and communities from surrounding areas come to our downtown to see what we have going on.
Attendees say the event is a chance to experience culture while celebrating the diversity of Northern California.
It's an amazing opportunity to kind of celebrate what makes America great. It's a melting pot, and I love the music, I love the food, and everyone here has been so welcoming. We're really grateful for the opportunity.
I think it's great. I like the music. I think they've got some excellent young musicians here. The food's delicious. I really like the atmosphere. It's a nice day, too.
And organizers tell me they expect next year's event to be even more grande. In Redding, Jesse Angelo, Action News Now.
This is the third year of the Hispanic Heritage Festival being held, and over 1,200 people attended. Here's a look today of our area from the Girard Ridge Alert wildfire camera in Shasta County. Blue skies at first, with increasing clouds as the day wore on. Now we check in with Sade Pullen with a look at our first weather.
Happy Sunday. So for today, we were a little bit cooler compared to yesterday. We saw some mostly sunny and a little bit of cloudy conditions. We were in the 80s in the Valley region, 88 in Red Bluff, 87 in Chico. For our foothills, we were in the lower 80s for today, and our mountains were in the 70s earlier. Now for our lows tonight, we are going to have a dip in temperature. We're looking at lower 60s across the valley with 62 degrees in Chico. For our foothills, we are going to stay in those mid to lower 60s range as well, with 63 degrees in Paradise. And then for our mountains, we are looking in the 40s to 50s range for tonight at 45 degrees. Now, this is a look at our temperatures for tomorrow. We're going to start to see a warming trend starting on Monday. So we'll be back in those lower 90s starting tomorrow. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be back in those mid-90s range, about in the mid-90s, about 96 degrees. So definitely a warming trend that is starting to happen. And then make sure to download our app to have the latest details on the weather that you need to know and all the updates pertaining to that. Back to you.
Today was the last day of the Flying Legends of Victory tour at the Chico Air Museum, where folks can get up close and even take flight in 2 World War II planes. Now, I went there today and tagged along with one Chico man who's determined to fly in one of them to honor his late father. Dozens gathered at the Chico Air Museum this past weekend for an experience like no other. To tour and even fly in 2 World War II planes with the option of flying in a B-17 or a B-25. But for Chico local and Vietnam veteran Dave Cornett, this experience was more personal.
My father was a flight engineer on a B-17 during World War II, flying missions out of England, and was shot down over Holland, and he and his crew were taken prisoner by the Germans.
Cornett says his father, Corporal Earl Cornett, pictured here, and his crew were eventually liberated when the war was won. He then spent the rest of his career in the Air Force. So when Cornett heard about this experience, he knew what he had to do.
It just seemed like something that I needed to do in remembrance of my father, and it became available, and it just struck a nerve. And I needed to do this.
While Cornett was getting ready for his turn on the B-17, the B-25 took off for its first flight of the day, where history lover Paul Levy got to be part of the first group.
It was exciting, it was loud, but it was just beautiful. I mean, getting to go up, see Chico, and we went over to Orville, saw the dam and the reservoir and all that. And then just being inside of it is a really crazy experience. It's not like any other flying experience that I've had.
And while the B-25 was in the air, Cornett came back to me and told me the unexpected. The B-17 grounded for the rest of the day due to an oil leak. But that's not going to stop Cornett.
They're speculating that next weekend at McClellan Airfield in Sacramento, the B-17 will be repaired and back, and I can catch a flight on it there, which that will be my plan.
And despite not going up this weekend, Cornett was in good spirits and is determined to honor his father's legacy.
You can get angry and mad, but that doesn't do anything but make you upset. So, I think the realization of just accepting what is and develop a new plan. I haven't been to Sacramento in a long time anyway. So.
Make a whole day out of it.
There we go. You betcha.
Cornett was given the option to ride in a B-25 today, but he says he just couldn't do it due to the family history and the fact that there are only 3 operational B-17s left in the world. New tonight, Corning police arrested a man for assault and making threats with a knife. This happened on 4th Street in Corning last week. Police arrested David Torres Solano after his child's mother called police saying she was in danger. Officers responded and discovered Solano threatening another man with a knife. Officers told him to drop the knife or he would be tased, and he complied and was arrested by officers. The victim says she ended a relationship with Solano, who allegedly broke into her home and assaulted her. Police obtained an emergency protection order for her. Solano is now in the Tehama County Jail facing multiple charges. And we're still following the latest in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The Utah jail holding the suspected shooter, Tyler Robinson, has been placed under special watch. The Utah County Sheriff's Office says Tyler Robinson is being held in a special housing unit so staff can keep an eye on him. Robinson will remain under enhanced supervision until he completes a mental health evaluation, and that process could take several days. Robinson is accused of killing the conservative political activist during Kirk's visit to Utah Valley University last Wednesday, and prosecutors are expected to file formal charges Tuesday ahead of the suspect's first court appearance on Wednesday. And vigils have been held for Kirk across our nation, and even one was held tonight in Chico. Action News Now attended the event, and we'll bring you a look of the community turnout in our Monday morning newscast with Kelly Salm. Straight ahead, a new zero-emission train makes its debut in California.